Hello everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 20th. It's 3:27 p.m. It's about a half hour before the regular session close. On my left is the time and sales, the Emini S&P trading at 27.22 and a quarter. First up today is the Nasdaq. The big winner today is the Nasdaq on the 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart. This did 22.45. The Nasdaq's been on a tear this past week or two. We've seen a lot of charts on the Nasdaq do pretty well. This one's no exception. Here's our template for this chart, and then the daily goal on this one is 22.50. So it looks like we had one tick of slippage. The trade setups are pretty nice here. Looks like we had 4 winners and 1 loser, bringing us up to our goal, but very well placed trades. And the indicators, always want to point out that the indicators give fantastic signals. Our indicators first came out in 2005 in the TradeStation platform, and then in 2006 in NinjaTrader. So our indicators have stood the test of time, often copied. There's a lot of lookalikes, but we were doing it a long time ago. Okay, just a heads up that we are working on NinjaTrader 8. It is coming. We're making some progress. Expected release date is sometime this summer. So that ought to be interesting. Next up is the Emini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart. This did 987.50. Here's the template for this one, and our goal is 1,000. So remember, we enter a market order when the goal is hit. So this had a number of trades today, but it didn't draw down to the negative side. So some nice looking trades here on the Emini S&P. Okay, once again, I want to point out that our indicators are just giving some fantastic signals here. Now, the Autotrader didn't take these trades because it hit its goal earlier than this. If I scroll back on the chart, really solid setups for the indicators, and just a couple of trades on this chart. This is the 987 Heikin-Ashi chart, and once again, I can see my profit target here is way too small. But still, this hit its goal. Here's the template, and then this hit its goal of 1,000. Need to change the profit target from 15 ticks to perhaps, well, the way I would change the profit target is I'd look at the entry here, which is roughly 69.05, and then look at the size of this swing. This is not the biggest swing, but 69.05 to 85, that's 20 points. The profit target here should be more like 60 or 70 ticks. So I'm going to change this to 70 ticks, and then I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to cut and paste the template here. And if I move my mouse to the right of the configuration panel, I'll get the window to restart the strategy, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click no. And so, pretty good performance on the Nasdaq again. Okay, our Emini S&P on a regular 5 Renko chart with a higher time frame filter. Here is our template, and we're filtering with a Super Renko 6-tick chart with a sensitivity of 1. And our goal on this is 1150, and that was hit. We probably had a market order when we hit our goal. So 3 winning trades in a row. Pretty nice placement here. Pretty solid performance. This is trading 3 contracts, so this is about $3.50 a contract. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P and a Super Renko 6-tick. This one starts trading pre-market, and only about an hour before. Here's the template here, and then our goal on this is 1,000, so obviously we hit our goal and had a market order at the end and had some slippage, but two pretty nicely placed trades here. And then of course our indicators on the Renko bars giving excellent signals, catching these swings. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 1 minute chart. I showed this yesterday for the first time, and it came through again today, albeit not a huge profit, but just had a single trade, as we have quite a pullback on our limit order. This is a 12 tick pullback, so I haven't yet saved this template. I'm going to go ahead and save it here. Okay, so 700 on this chart. Our profit goal on this is 1,500, but we only had a single trade. Once again, our indicator signals quite good on this chart. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 2-tick with a 4-tick Super Renko higher time frame. And here's the template for this chart, and we've seen this quite a bit. This only has a goal of 750. It's only 2 contracts, so it's 375 per contract. And this obviously hit its goal, did 725 for the day, and we had some slippage, but the higher time frame preventing trades in the opposite direction. Okay, next up is the crude oil on the Precision 8 150. This did 430. This has been pretty good overall. We had a small loser here. Looks like we had an equity high of about $600 or so, and then we drew down to minus 175 and came back to close at 430. This is using our line break logic. Okay, a modest gain on the crude oil 1587 Heikin-Ashi chart. This should be 97, so I'm going to have to change that. But anyway, a modest gain of 200, and that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching today.